Temilade thought she had caught her cheating boyfriend red-handed. Blinded by anger, she grabbed the puff-puff in her hand and threw it straight at the man standing with another woman. But when he turned around, her heart stopped. She had attacked the wrong man, a complete stranger. Humiliated, Temilade ran away, certain she would never see him again. But fate had other plans. The next day, she looked through her window and nearly screamed. The stranger she had attacked had just moved into the house next door. His name was Folarin Adeyemi, and instead of hating her, he started falling for her. But Temilade had just discovered the cruelest betrayal of her life. Her heart was broken, her trust destroyed, and she had sworn never to let another man fool her again. Folarin was willing to wait. But how long can a man wait for a woman who is terrified to love him? And when Temilade finally opened her heart, one decision threatened to separate them for good. She thought throwing that puff-puff was the worst mistake of her life. She had no idea it would lead her to the man who would change everything. By the time Temilade Adeyemi stepped out of the glass doors of Kembara Logistics in Victoria Island, Lagos had already wrapped itself in the restless noise of evening. Car horns fought for attention. Downfall conductors shouted destinations. Across the road, smoke rose from a suya grill, carrying the smell of pepper and roasted meat into the humid air. Temilade stopped under the office awning and closed her eyes. God, abeg, let me just reach home in peace. It was Monday, but her body felt as if it had survived an entire week. At 28, Temilade was a financial analyst. At month end, it meant staring at spreadsheets until her eyes hurt, chasing people for missing receipts, and explaining budget errors to colleagues who never listened. Her phone buzzed. Kunle. Her tired face softened a little. They had been together for almost a year. Kunle was charming, neat, ambitious, and always talking about marriage. Lately, however, he had become strange. Calls unanswered, plans cancelled, messages returned hours later with excuses that never sat well in her spirit. She answered, "Hello? Baby, you still day office? I just closed. Why?" "Nothing. I wanted to check on you." "That is new." There was a pause. "What is that supposed to mean?" "It means these days, if I don't call you, we can go from sunrise to any pay taking light before I hear from you." Kunle sighed. "Temi, don't start. Work has been mad." "Work is also mad for me. Yet I remember I have a boyfriend." Another pause. "See, I'm driving. I'll call you later." The call ended. Temilade stared at the screen. Wonderful. By the time she reached Surulere, the sky was dark and her stomach was protesting. Then she saw Mama Sade beside a small table lit by a rechargeable lamp. The older woman sold puff-puff, akara, boiled eggs, and cold zobo every evening. "Mama Sade!" My accountant daughter, you are coming late again. If I think about office now, I may cry." Mama Sade laughed. "Then eat first. Hunger and bad temper are twins." "That one is true." Temilade bought warm puff-puff and a bottle of zobo. Mama Sade added 2 extra pieces. "I didn't pay for these." "You will not reject blessing because of accounting." Temilade laughed and thanked her. "Temi!" Her best friend, Bisola, was running toward her in slippers, one hand holding her phone. "Bissy, Why are you running like somebody is chasing you? Bisola stopped, breathing hard. First, let me breathe. What happened? Bisola looked up, and Temilade's stomach tightened. Temi, don't vex. Why are you telling me not to vex before you talk? I saw Kunle. Temilade went still. And? With a woman. Temilade gave a short laugh. Kunle works with women. No, not work woman. What does that mean? It means the kind of woman a man holds, as if mosquitoes are the only thing stopping them from joining together. Temilade stared at her. Where? Near that cafe beside the pharmacy. Are you sure it was Kunle? Temi, I know your boyfriend. I have eyes. Now anger burned away her exhaustion. Show me. Wait, let me explain exactly where. Show me, BC. Bisola hurried after her. Temi, calm down first. I am calm. You are walking like you want to fight the whole street. I said I am calm. You are crushing the puff-puff. Temilade looked down at the paper bag squeezed in her fist. Good. Good? At least something will suffer before I reach there. They reached the cafe area in minutes. Cars lined the road. Temilade scanned the area. Then she saw him. A tall man stood beside a dark SUV with his back partly turned. He wore a pale shirt, almost identical to one Kunle owned. His arm was around a woman. The woman leaned close. Temilade's vision narrowed. Kunle! The man did not turn immediately. That was enough. All the hurt she had swallowed exploded. You shameless man! Before Bisola could stop her, Temilade pulled one puff-puff from the bag and threw it. It hit the man on the side of the head. He spun around. Temilade froze. The man was not Kunle, not even close. He was taller, broader, with a neatly trimmed beard and a calm, handsome face. Bisola whispered, Jesus. The stranger slowly looked up. Did you just throw food at me? Temilade swallowed. Yes? I thought... He raised one eyebrow. You thought I looked hungry? The woman beside him covered her mouth, trying not to laugh. No, I thought you were somebody else. The stranger glanced at his shirt, then at the puff-puff. This somebody else has really offended you. I am so sorry. That is all? What else do you want? The words escaped before she could stop them. Bisola shut her eyes. The stranger blinked. Then he laughed. Temilade's embarrassment doubled. This is not funny. I'm sorry, he said. You attacked me, apologized, and now you are quarreling with me? I am not quarreling. You are. The woman touched his arm. Folarin, leave her. She is already embarrassed. Folarin. Temilade repeated the name in her head without meaning to. So, Miss Angry Stranger, who am I supposed to be? That is none of your business. Bisola whispered, Temi, please. Folarin smiled. Interesting. Temilade lifted the bottle of Zobo to adjust her grip. Folarin immediately raised both hands. Ah, no. Let us not move from solid food to liquid. The woman laughed. Temilade glared at them. I said I am sorry. Can I go now? You can, but at least tell me your name. No. She turned, then stopped. Across the road near the side entrance of the cafe stood Kunle, the real Kunle. And he was not alone. A woman stood close to him, one hand resting on his chest. Temilade's body became cold. "Temi," Bisola whispered. Temilade walked toward them.
Kunle looked up. His face changed. "Temi?" The woman beside him stepped back. For a moment, Temilade could not speak. Then she said quietly, "So it is true." Kunle glanced around. "Baby, listen. Don't call me baby." The woman looked between them. "Kunle, who is she?" Temilade laughed without humor. "That is a good question." Kunle rubbed his forehead. "Temi, this is not what you think." "Then help me. What should I think?" The woman folded her arms. "Yes, Kunle, I also want to hear." Temilade noticed his trapped expression. "You didn't tell her about me." The woman's eyes widened. "Tell me what?" Kunle reached for Temilade's arm. She stepped back. "Don't touch me." "Can we talk somewhere private?" "No." "Temi." "No, Kunle. We will talk here, where your lies have fresh air." The woman stared at him. "You told me you were single." Temilade turned to her. "How long?" The woman hesitated. 4 months? Kunle exhaled. "Both of you are making this bigger than it is." The two women turned toward him at the same time. Temilade almost laughed. "Bigger?" "I was confused." The other woman scoffed. "For 4 months?" Kunle lowered his voice. "Can we not create a scene?" "You lied to me," Temilade said. "Temi, you lied to her too." Kunle looked at her. "Dara, please." "So her name is Dara," Temilade said. Dara looked at Temilade. "And you?" Temilade. A strange understanding passed between them. Dara looked back at Kunle. "You said your last relationship ended last year." Temilade gave a bitter laugh. "He was at my mother's house 3 weeks ago." Dara's mouth fell open. Kunle stepped forward. "Enough." Temilade looked at him. "No, actually, it is enough." She removed the spare key to his apartment from her bag and placed it in his hand. "We are done." Kunle stared at her. "Temi, don't be dramatic." That sentence ended whatever softness remained in her. She smiled calmly. "Don't worry. I am not going to fight. I am not going to beg. I am not going to ask what she has that I don't." She looked at Dara. "And I am not going to blame her for a lie you created." Dara's expression softened. "You can keep your excuses," Temilade continued. "I have wasted enough time." She turned to leave, then stopped. The bottle of Zobo was still in her hand. For one dangerous second, she considered pouring it over Kunle's head. Bisola saw the thought on her face. "Temi." Temilade looked at the bottle, then at Kunle. "No. Mama Sade's Zobo is too good to waste on you." Somebody nearby laughed. Even Dara smiled. Temilade walked away. Behind her, Dara's voice rose. "Kunle, don't touch me!" Temilade did not look back. They had almost reached the next street when Bisola said, "You handled that well." Temilade kept walking. "I attacked an innocent man with Puff Puff." "Yes." "I discovered that the man I thought I might marry has been cheating." "Yes." "Then why do I feel like laughing?" Bisola stared at her. Maybe shock? Temilade laughed.
One small laugh, then another. Soon, both women were laughing so hard they had to stop beside a closed shop. Across the road, Folarin still stood beside his SUV. He had seen the confrontation and understood enough. His sister, Morenike, watched him watching Temilade. Don't. Folarin looked at her. Don't what? That look. What look? The one that says trouble has entered your eye and you are calling it destiny. Folarin smiled. She has spirit. She threw Puff Puff at your head. Exactly. Morenike shook her head. You Lagos men are not serious. Folarin watched Temilade disappear around the corner. Temilade, he murmured. His sister frowned. How do you know her name? The other man said it. You were listening? I have ears. You also have sense. Use it. Folarin laughed and opened the car door for her. At home, Temilade deleted old pictures from her phone, but stopped halfway through. That evening, Bisola came over with takeaway jollof rice and grilled chicken. No sad music, Bisola announced. No checking his page. No motivational quotes about queens. Temilade smiled faintly. What if I like motivational quotes? You don't. True. They ate on the sitting room floor while watching a ridiculous Nollywood comedy. Then the power went out. Both women groaned. Seconds later, generators began roaring across the neighborhood. Bisola pointed her fork toward the window. Lagos Symphony, Temilade laughed. Then a large truck stopped outside. Men shouted instructions. Furniture scraped. A gate banged. Temilade frowned. Who is moving in at this hour? Bisola peeped through the curtain. The house next door. That place has been empty for months. Not anymore. Temilade joined her. Several men were carrying boxes through the neighboring gate. A dark SUV was parked outside. Something about it looked familiar. Then a tall man stepped from behind the truck. Neatly trimmed beard, calm face. Temilade's mouth opened. No! The man turned toward their house. Their eyes met. Recognition appeared instantly. Then came the smile. Slow, amused, dangerously familiar. Folarin Adeyemi lifted one hand and waved. Temilade closed the curtain so quickly the fabric nearly came off the rail. Bisola stared at her. Temi? Temilade pointed toward the window. That is him. Who? The innocent man. Bisola blinked, then screamed. The Puff Puff man? Keep your voice down. The man you attacked? Yes. The one that was fine? Temilade turned. Bisola. What? Pain does not cancel eyesight. Outside, Folarin looked at the closed curtain and laughed to himself. Inside, Temilade pressed both palms against her face. Of all the millions of people in Lagos, of all the streets, of all the compounds, the one man she had hoped never to see again had moved into the house next door. And somehow, deep inside, she knew this was not the end of her embarrassment. It was only the beginning. The next morning, Temilade woke before her alarm because somebody was laughing outside her window. Not just laughing, laughing loudly, like a man who had never known shame. She opened one eye, then the other. For a few seconds, she wondered why the voice sounded familiar. Then she remembered. Puff Puff, Zobo. The slow smile outside her curtain. Oh God! From the compound next door came the sound of furniture being dragged and a generator coughing to life. Her phone buzzed. Bisola, are you awake? Temilade typed, "Unfortunately." The reply came immediately. "Is your new husband still outside?" Temilade called her. "Bisola, what? Say one more foolish thing and I will block you." "You cannot block destiny." "I can block you." Bisola laughed. "Has he seen you?" "No." "Are you hiding?" "I am resting." "At 7:30, fully awake behind a closed curtain?" "Goodbye." "Wait, at least tell me his full name." "How will I know?" "Go and ask." Temilade ended the call. Despite herself, she moved one corner of the curtain. The neighboring compound was busy. 2 men carried a couch through the gate, while another arranged boxes. Then she saw him. Folarin stood near the dark SUV, wearing a black t-shirt and grey shorts. Temilade pulled back. By Monday, avoidance was impossible. At 7 in the morning, dressed for work, Temilade stepped out of her gate. "Good morning." She closed her eyes. Of course. Folarin stood beside his car. "Do you wait here every morning to disturb people?" He placed a hand on his chest. "Disturb? I greeted you." "You greeted me like somebody who has been waiting." "Maybe I have." "I am already late." "Can I at least know your name properly?" "You already know it." He smiled. "So you remember me listening?" "I remember you interfering in business that did not concern you." "Ah, now it is my fault that you shouted in public." She walked away. He followed. Temilade stopped. "Why are you following me?" "I am going outside." "Then go outside on the other side. There is only one gate." For 3 days she managed to keep her distance. Then the noise began. On Wednesday evening, drums came from next door. On Thursday, music continued until nearly midnight. On Friday, a generator roared while men and women shouted over Afro beats. At 11:30, Temilade was still awake. She had a presentation in the morning. She pressed a pillow over her ears. Nothing. Then somebody next door shouted, "From the top! Again!" Temilade sat up. No. The next evening, when the drums began again, she tied a scarf around her hair, slipped into sandals, and stormed outside. A thick cable ran from the neighboring compound to a generator position near the wall between both houses. The machine growled like an angry animal. So this is the criminal. She walked to the gate and knocked. Nothing. She knocked harder. "Hello?" Eventually, the small gate opened. Folarin appeared. His face brightened. "Ah, Miss Puff Puff. Do not call me that." "What should I call you? Miss Zobo?" "Folarin." He blinked. "So you know my name?" "I have ears." He smiled. "Progress." Temilade pointed toward the compound. "What is going on here?" "Inside?" "No, in Abuja." He laughed. "Your music is too loud. Your generator sounds like it wants to relocate the whole street. Some of us need sleep." His expression changed. "Ah, I am sorry." The quick apology surprised her. "You are?" "Yes." She had prepared herself for an argument. Folarin looked over his shoulder. "My cousin is getting married next weekend. Family members are using the compound for dance rehearsals." "So, because somebody is getting married, nobody else should rest?" "No." "And this generator?" He glanced at it. "My uncle moved it because the other side was flooding." It is almost against my wall.
You are right. Temilade folded her arms.
I know.
Folarin called into the compound. Toby, reduce the music, please.
A young man shouted back. But we are rehearsing. Reduce it. Then Folarin asked another man to move the generator farther from the shared wall the next morning. Temilade stared. That is all? He looked confused. What else? You are not going to argue? Do you want me to? No. Then why do you look disappointed? I do not. You do. She sighed. Just keep it down. I will. She turned. Temilade. She looked back. Folarin leaned against the gate. I am sorry. There was no teasing in his voice. Her anger reduced slightly. Okay. Also, for the record, I was not the one making noise. Of course. You do not believe me. I believe all men say they are innocent when there is evidence. His smile faded. She regretted the bitterness immediately. Folarin nodded slowly. That man really hurt you. That is none of your business. You are right. Good night, neighbor. The next morning, Temilade woke to quiet. The generator had been moved. Later, she saw Folarin speaking with Baba Kola, an elderly neighbor who complained about almost everything. Folarin listened without interrupting, then helped a mechanic fix the old man's broken gate. A few nights later, rain began just as Temilade closed from work. At first, it was light. By the time she reached Surulere, the sky opened. Cars slowed. Gutters filled. People ran beneath awnings. Temilade hurried toward the junction with her bag over her head. Her umbrella was at home, of course. She squeezed beneath the canopy of a roadside kiosk. Rain hammered the zinc roof. 10 minutes passed. Then 20. The woman selling noodles began packing. My sister, I want to close. Temilade looked at the rain. Now? The water is entering from the back. She moved to a narrow awning in front of a closed pharmacy. She was already wet. A car slowed nearby. The window came down. Neighbor! Temilade closed her eyes. Of all people. Folarin parked and stepped out with an umbrella. What are you doing here? Enjoying the weather? He looked at her soaked blouse. Clearly. I can handle myself. I did not say you cannot. Then why are you looking at me like that? Like what? Like you were about to lecture me. I was about to offer you a ride. No. Folarin looked up at the rain. Temilade. I said no. Lightning flashed. A loud crack followed. Temilade jumped. Folarin noticed. You are afraid of thunder. I am not. Another rumble rolled across the sky. She flinched. Do not smile. I am not smiling. You are. Small. Then the rain became so strong that water rushed across the road. Folarin turned serious. This area floods fast. You should not stay here. I am waiting for the rain to reduce. It may not. How do you know? I have lived in Lagos too. She sighed. I am not entering your car. Fine. He pointed toward a small buka across the street. Let us go there. At least you can sit. Temilade looked at the water, then at him.
Just the buka.
Just the buka. They crossed beneath the umbrella. The place was nearly empty. A generator hummed outside. The smell of stew and fried plantain filled the room. The woman behind the counter called, "Rice is finished. Only yam and egg sauce." Folarin looked at Temilade. "Have you eaten?" "I am not hungry." Her stomach betrayed her. Folarin turned away, shoulders shaking. "Do not laugh." "I am not." 10 minutes later, 2 plates sat before them. Temilade took one bite. "This is good." Folarin smiled. "So the attack dog can be fed." She pointed her fork at him. "Be careful." They ate quietly for a while. Outside, the rain continued. Folarin leaned back. "So, what exactly happened with that man?" Temilade's face changed. "You ask too many questions." "You do not have to answer." She exhaled. "He lied." "That part I understood." "He kept talking about marriage, meeting families, future plans." Folarin waited. "And I believed him." "That is not a crime." "It feels foolish."
Why? Because the signs were there. Distance, excuses, phone always face down, sudden business meetings. Folarin nodded. "I thought being patient made me mature. Maybe I was just helping him hide things." "No." She looked at him. "No? Trusting somebody is not helping them deceive you. The shame belongs to the person who lied." Temilade looked away. The sentence unsettled her because part of her wanted to believe it. "What about you?" "What about me?" "You talk like somebody who has rehearsed these things." Folarin smiled faintly. "My mother stayed in a bad marriage for too long. My father was not violent, but he could disappear for days. Lie, come home, apologize, repeat." "I am sorry." "He died years ago." Folarin traced the rim of his glass. "My mother kept saying she stayed because of us. As a child, I used to wonder why love looked like fear. So I decided something," he continued. "What?" "I would never force somebody to remain where they are unhappy. And I would never call possession love." Temilade stared at him. Outside, lightning flashed again. This time, she did not jump. The rain softened after nearly 2 hours. They walked home beneath the same umbrella. At one point, Temilade slipped near a puddle. Folarin caught her elbow. "I am fine." "I know." "You can let go." "I know." He let go. At her gate, Temilade turned. "Thank you." "For?" "The food." "You paid for your own food." "The umbrella." "It was raining." "The conversation." Folarin looked surprised. Then he smiled. "You are welcome." She opened the gate. "Good night." "Good night, Temilade." Then he called again. "Neighbor!" She turned. "Next time you want to throw food at me, at least let it be suya." Temilade stared. Then, despite herself, she laughed. A real laugh. The days that followed changed in small ways. Folarin stopped calling her Miss Puff Puff, mostly. Temilade stopped pretending she disliked every conversation, mostly. Sometimes they met at the junction.
Sometimes near Mama Sade's stand. One Friday evening, Temilade returned from work exhausted. At the junction, Folarin was waiting. She stopped. "What are you doing here?"
Standing?
"I can see that."
Then why did you ask?
She rolled her eyes. Folarin held out a paper bag. "What is this?"
Peace offering.
"For what?"
I have not offended you today, yet.
Temilade opened it. Puff, puff. She looked at him. "You are not serious."
I bought it from Mama Shade.
"Did she tell you to do this?"
No, but she supports my recovery.
Temilade laughed. He watched her.
What?
"Nothing."
You are looking at me strangely.
"You laugh differently now."
Her smile faded. What does that mean?
"The first night, your laugh sounded like you were fighting not to cry."
Temilade looked down at the bag.
Folarin quickly changed his tone.
Anyway, I need one piece.
"No."
I paid.
"You gave it to me."
That does not remove my rights.
"You have no rights here."
He reached for the bag. She moved it away.
They walked home, arguing over Puff Puff. At the gate, Temilade finally gave him one. "Only one. You are wicked. You survived my attack."
"Barely."
That night, lying in bed, Temilade realized something that made her sit up. She had not thought about Kunle all evening. Not once. Her phone buzzed. Unknown number. "Thank you for the Puff Puff, even though it was technically mine." Temilade stared, then typed, "How did you get my number?" The reply came, "Mama Shade, traitor." 3 dots appeared. "Sleep well, neighbor." Temilade stared at the screen. A smile appeared before she could stop it. "Good night." She placed the phone face down. Across the wall, Folarin read the message twice and smiled. Neither of them knew it yet, but the distance between 2 neighboring houses had already begun to feel very small. By the following week, Folarin had somehow become part of Temilade's routine without asking permission. He did not arrive with grand declarations or expensive gifts. He simply appeared in the small spaces of her days. Sometimes they met near Mama Shade's stand. Sometimes he walked her from the junction, arguing about football, Lagos traffic, and why raisins in jollof rice should be illegal. On late work nights, his messages arrived. "Have you eaten? Have you left? Should I save you Puff Puff?" At first, Temilade answered with one word. Then, without noticing when it happened, her replies became longer. One Tuesday evening, she left work after 9. The office driver had gone, and ride fares were so expensive that she nearly laughed when she saw the amount. She stood outside the building, staring at her phone. A message came in. "Still at work?" Temilade frowned. "How do you know?" "Because you usually complain by now if you are in traffic." She smiled despite herself. "I'm leaving now." A few seconds later, he called. "Do you have a ride?" "I will sort it out." "That means no." "It means I will sort it out." "Temilade." "Folarin, I am nearby." "You are not."
"I am in Lekki." "That is not nearby. In Lagos, distance is a matter of prayer." She laughed. "Go home." "I am already coming." "Folarin, don't." But the line had gone dead. 40 minutes later, his SUV stopped in front of the building. Temilade folded her arms when he stepped out. "You enjoy ignoring people." "I heard you." "And still came." "Yes." "That is the definition of ignoring." "No. Ignoring is when you pretend not to hear. I heard you very clearly and disagreed." She shook her head, but she got into the car. On the way home, he handed her a takeaway pack.
What is this? Rice. I can see that. You always say that. Because you always answer foolish questions badly. Open it.
Inside was jollof rice, grilled chicken, and plantain. Temilade stared.
You bought this for me? You said you had not eaten. When? Yesterday.
She looked at him.
You remember too much.
He shrugged.
Some things are easy to remember.
She quickly looked out the window.
It was becoming dangerous, this ease she felt around him. At home, she ate every grain of rice. The next morning, she complained by message that the rice had been too spicy. You finished it, Folarin replied. She smiled, then hid it when Basola noticed. For all the people in Lagos, Basola said, you chose the man you attacked with Puff Puff. I chose nobody. Yet you are smiling at your phone. Temilade threw a cushion at her. A few days later, Temilade saw another side of him. Mama Sade's granddaughter developed a fever, and the older woman had no money for a clinic. Folarin quietly closed the stand, drove them to a nearby hospital, and paid what was needed without making a speech about it. Later, when Temilade asked why, he frowned. Because she needed help. That simple? Yes. Then he added, not everybody is keeping score, Temi. It was the first time he shortened her name. Both of them noticed. Neither said anything. A month passed.
Then one Friday afternoon, the rain started. It was not the gentle kind. By 4 o'clock, the sky over Lagos had turned almost black. Water hammered the office windows, and within minutes, the roads below began to disappear. Messages entered the office group chat. Flooding on Amadu Bello. Heavy traffic near CMS. Avoid certain routes. Temilade looked at the clock. Her manager told everyone to leave early. She stayed. A report was due. By 7, the office was almost empty. By 8:30, the rain had not stopped. Her phone battery was at 16%. She booked a ride. Canceled. Another. Canceled. The third driver called. Madame, road no good. I no fit enter there. The call ended. Temilade stared at the dark screen. She called Bisola. No answer. She called another friend. No answer. Finally, she called Folarin. The call connected. Temi? The relief in his voice made her chest tighten. Where are you? I'm still at work. What? I could not get a ride. Stay there.
The building is closing.
Then tell me exactly where you are.
She gave him the address. The line cracked. Can you hear me?
Yes. What is around you?
There is a fuel station close to... The call died. Her phone switched off. Wonderful. The security guard was locking part of the building. Madam, you cannot stay inside much longer.
I know.
She stepped outside. The road was flooded. She waited under the entrance for nearly 30 minutes. No Folarin. She told herself he had probably changed his mind, or the road was blocked, or he could not reach her. Then the building went dark. The security guard approached. Madam, I am leaving. Temilade looked at the flooded street. There was no choice. She began walking. The water reached above her ankles, then her calves. Cars moved slowly, pushing dirty waves towards the pavement. She tried to remember the nearest landmark. Fuel station. Closed pharmacy. A billboard. That was all Folarin knew. She kept moving.
10 minutes later, she heard metal crash somewhere ahead. People shouted. Temilade stopped. A temporary signboard near a construction site had loosened in the wind. She stepped back. Then another gust pushed part of the frame sideways. Someone shouted her name. "Temilade!" She turned. Folarin was running through the water. "Move!" He reached her just as the metal frame shifted. He grabbed her and pulled her toward the wall. The edge of the structure hit his leg. Folarin grunted. Temilade screamed, "Folarin! I'm fine." "You are not fine!" "I said I'm fine." Blood darkened the side of his trousers. Temilade's face went pale. "You are bleeding." "Small cut." "That is not small." He looked at her. "Are you hurt?" "What? Are you hurt?" "I am asking about you." "And I am asking about you." She shook her head. "No." "Good." He leaned briefly against the wall. Temilade stared at him. "You found me." "You called." "The call ended." "You said fuel station." "There are hundreds."
You said a closed pharmacy. There are thousands. You said there was a billboard. That did not help. Folarin smiled through the pain. No, it did not. Temilade's eyes filled. Why are you smiling? Because you are safe. Stop saying that. Why? Because you are the one bleeding. He looks down. Ah. Ah? Maybe not small. Despite the fear, she nearly laughed. They moved slowly toward his car, which he had parked several streets away. Temilade took his arm over her shoulder. You are limping. I noticed. You are impossible. You called me. You could have waited for the rain to reduce. And leave you alone? She did not answer. At the car, Folarin insisted on driving. Temilade refused. You can barely walk. I can drive. You will sit down. Temi, sit down. He stared at her, then obeyed. She drove, carefully enough to make Folarin nervous, though he wisely stopped commenting after she threatened to leave him by the roadside. At the clinic, the doctor confirmed there was no fracture. The cut needed stitches. Temilade stayed beside him. She called his sister, bought water, and stayed beside him. After midnight, they left. You should go home, he said. So should you. I can manage. No. Timmy, you came across half of Lagos in the rain because I made one phone call. That is different. How? You needed me. She stared at him. And now you think I don't need to be here because you are the one in pain? Folarin smiled faintly. That sounds serious. Don't start. He raised his hands. Okay. Back at his house, Temilade helped him inside. His cousin had traveled. The compound was quiet. Folarin sat on the sofa and told her she could go. Temilade ignored him. She brought water, found his medicine, and placed a pillow beneath his injured leg. You are very bossy. You are very ungrateful. He watched her for a moment, then asked her to sit. For a while, neither spoke. Then Folarin said, You were scared. No, you were. You were bleeding. I mean, before I found you. Temilade looked down at her hands. I thought nobody was coming. Folarin's face changed. I was coming. I know that now. I would have found you. You don't know that. I do. She looked at him. Why? Why what? Why do you keep doing this? He was quiet. Doing what? Showing up. Folarin leaned back. Because I want to.
That is not an answer. It is the honest one. People always want something. True. Temilade's expression hardened. There. Folarin nodded. I want something. She looked away. I knew it. I want you to trust me. She turned back. He continued. Not today, not because I rescued you, not because I buy you food. I want to earn it. Folarin, I like you. She went still. I know you know. He smiled slightly. You pretend not to. She stood. You need rest. Temilade, she stopped. I am not asking you for an answer. She looked at him.
I am only telling you the truth. Her voice was quiet. I am not ready. I know. You say that like it does not bother you. It bothers me. She blinked. Folarin smiled. I am not a saint. That made her laugh softly. But I would rather wait than push you into something you fear. Temilade looked at him for a long time. Why are you like this? I have many flaws. Ask my sister. She shook her head. You always make everything a joke. Not everything. Silence settled between them. Temilade picked up her bag. Sleep. Yes, Ma. She walked toward the door. Temi. She turned. Thank you for staying. Her eyes softened. Thank you for coming. The next morning, Temilade went next door. He opened the door wearing a loose t-shirt. You came back. You sound surprised. I am. You thought I would leave you with one leg? My leg is still here. You know what I mean. She carried a food flask. What is that? Yam porridge? Folarin looked impressed. You cooked? Yes. For me?
No, for your injured sofa.
He laughed. Come inside. For the next few days, Temilade checked on him. She brought food. She reminded him about medicine. She argued when he tried to walk without support. One evening, he caught her looking at him. What? Nothing. You have been staring. I was thinking. Dangerous. She ignored him. Does your leg still hurt? A little. Because of me? No. If I had not called, stop. She looked at him. Do not carry guilt for an accident. You got hurt because you came for me. I came because I chose to. That does not change it. It changes everything. Temilade did not reply. Folarin reached for the glass beside him. She moved first and handed it to him. Their fingers touched. Neither pulled away immediately. Temilade's heart began to beat faster. Folarin noticed. His eyes met hers. She stood quickly. I should go. Temi, I have work tomorrow. Okay. She reached the door. Temi! She turned. Folarin smiled gently. You are afraid. Her face tightened. Of what? Of liking me. She gave a small, humorless laugh. You think too much of yourself. Maybe. She opened the door, then stopped. Without looking back, she said, Maybe I am. Folarin said nothing. Temilade stepped outside and closed the door. She leaned against the wall. Her heart was pounding. For the first time since Kunle, the possibility of loving someone did not feel impossible. That was exactly what frightened her. Because fear of betrayal was one thing, but now another fear had entered her heart.
the fear of losing a man she had never planned to need. For the next few weeks, Temilade tried to behave as if nothing had changed. It did not work. Folarin's leg healed quickly, but something in her had shifted during those days when she had taken food to his house, argued with him about his medicine, and sat beside him longer than necessary. She noticed him more now, the way he spoke gently to older people.
The way children called his name without fear. The way he never laughed when she spoke seriously. Worst of all, she noticed how safe she felt around him. That frightened her. One Friday evening, she returned from work and found Folarin near their gates. "You are waiting again." "I live here." "You are outside my house." "I also breathe outside your house. Should I stop?" Temilade rolled her eyes. Folarin lifted a paper bag. "What is that?" "Suya." Her expression changed. "From where?" "The place near the roundabout." "The good one?" "The very good one." She tried not to smile. "Why?" "Because last week you said you had not eaten suya in months." Temilade stared at him. "You remember everything I say." "Not everything." "Name one thing you forgot." He thought for a moment. "Your warning not to annoy you." She laughed. They sat outside while the street cooled after sunset, Afrobeats playing somewhere nearby, and the smell of pepper and roasted meat floating in the air.
Temilade took a bite. "This is good." "I know. You have one useful quality." "Only one?" "For now." Folarin leaned back. "Temi, can I ask you something?" "That depends on how annoying it is." "Do you ever think about us?" Her hand stopped. "What us?" "Exactly." Temilade looked away. "Folarin, I am not asking for a yes. I am asking for honesty." She sighed. "Yes." His face changed. She quickly added, "I think about it. That does not mean I am ready." "I know. Do not say it like you understand everything." "I do not." He became serious. "But I understand fear." Temilade folded the paper bag slowly. "I like you." Folarin said nothing. "Are you going to say something?" "I am trying not to shout." She laughed despite herself. "I like you too," he said. "That part is obvious." "Good." Her smile faded. "But I cannot promise anything." "I did not ask for a promise." "I might take a long time." "I have time." "What if you get tired?" "I will tell you." "What if you meet someone easier?" Folarin looked at her. "Is that what you think love is? Choosing the least complicated person?" Temilade went quiet. He leaned forward. "Temi, you are stubborn, suspicious, and sometimes you punish the present for what happened in the past." That one hurt. Folarin's voice softened. "But you are also loyal. Funny when you forget to guard yourself. Kind when nobody is looking. And when you trust, you give your whole heart." Temilade looked away. "I am not asking you to become fearless. I am only asking you not to run every time you feel something good." She could not speak, so she handed him the paper bag. "Take one piece." Folarin smiled. "Only one? Do not push your luck." That became the beginning of something neither of them named. They were not officially together, yet he knew when she had difficult meetings,
and she knew which clients gave him headaches. Bisola watched with growing amusement. "You people are dating."
We are not. One day you will marry this man and still say you are just neighbors. Temilade threw a cushion at her. A month later, Folarin invited her to his cousin's traditional wedding in Ikeja. At first, she refused, but Bisola convinced her. Go and wear something beautiful. Stop behaving like happiness is a police checkpoint. So Temilade went. She wore a deep green Ashoebi dress with gold embroidery. When Folarin saw her, he forgot to speak. Temilade raised one eyebrow. What? He blinked. You look beautiful. His sincerity made her shy. Thank you. Folarin smiled. Ah, no argument? Do not spoil it. Talking drums competed with music. Aunties sprayed money on the dance floor, and children ran between tables. Folarin's family welcomed her easily. Morenike hugged her. So you finally came. I was invited. My brother has been preparing for 2 days. Temilade looked across the hall at Folarin. He is serious, Morenike said. Temilade's smile faded slightly.
Later, she went outside for air. That was when she saw Kunle. For 1 second, she thought her mind had created him. Then he smiled. Temi, her body tightened. What are you doing here? My colleague is related to the groom. Of course. Lagos was too big until it suddenly became too small. Kunle looked her over. I heard you are seeing someone. From who? People talk. Then talk to people. She tried to leave. Is it that man from that night? Temilade did not answer. He smiled without humor. You moved fast. That sentence entered her chest like a thorn. I did not move anywhere with you in mind. Relax. Do not tell me to relax. Kunle raised both hands. I am just saying, men are men. Temilade laughed once. You are using yourself as evidence? His face tightened. You think he is different? Yes. The answer came too quickly. Kunle noticed. So you trust him already? Temilade said nothing. That is what I thought. Goodbye. I am serious, Temi. Men know men. No. Liars know lies. She turned away. Then Kunle said, just do not act shocked when he disappoints you. Temilade kept walking, but the words followed. Inside the hall, everything felt too loud. Folarin found her near the corridor. Are you okay? Yes. He studied her. You are not. I said I am fine. Temi, please. Her tone was sharper than she intended. Folarin went quiet. I need to go home. I will take you. No, I need space. He nodded and did not follow. She cried in the back of the ride home. For 3 days, she avoided him. On the 4th evening, Folarin came to her gate. Temilade almost stayed inside, then went out. Are you angry? He asked. No. Did I do something? No. Then what happened? Nothing. Folarin sighed. Please do not disappear and call it nothing. She looked away. Finally, she said, I saw Kunle. At the wedding? Yes. What did he say? Temilade laughed bitterly. That you will disappoint me too. Folarin was silent. Her eyes filled, which made her angry. I hate this. One foolish conversation entered my head and destroyed everything. It did not destroy everything. You do not know that. I know what I feel. And what happens when that changes? Then I will tell you. Temilade shook her head. That is exactly the problem. I cannot promise never to make mistakes. I cannot promise we will never fight. I cannot promise you will never be hurt by something I do. Her face tightened. But I can promise I will not build love with lies. Temilade's tears fell. I do not know how to believe that. You do not have to tonight. That answer broke something inside her. She stepped forward and pressed her forehead against his chest. Folarin stood still, then carefully wrapped his arms around her. Temilade cried quietly, releasing weeks of fear. Folarin did not tell her to stop or promise everything would be fine. He simply stayed. After a while, she pulled away. I am tired of being afraid. I know. I like you, and it scares me. I know. She gave a wet laugh. Stop knowing everything. I know that too. She hit his chest lightly. Then Temilade looked at him. Come inside. His smile disappeared. Are you sure? Yes. They went into her sitting room. Temilade made tea neither of them drank, and the night stretched as they talked about betrayal and fear. Near midnight, Temilade said, I want to stop being afraid. That will take time. What if I do not want time? He understood the shift in her voice. Temi. She moved closer. Do you not want me? Folarin's breathing changed. That is not the question. It is my question. She touched his hand. Folarin closed his eyes briefly. You are upset. I am fine. No. Why do you always decide what I feel? I am not deciding. I am listening. Temilade moved closer again. Then listen to this. She kissed him. For 1 second, Folarin did not move. Then his hand came to her face and the kiss deepened.
Temilade felt heat, relief, and fear all at once. Then Folarin stopped. He moved back. Temilade stared at him. What? Not like this. Her face changed. You do not want me. Do not say that. Then why did you stop? Because you are trying to prove something. I am not. Yes, you are. Temilade stood. So now you know me better than I know myself? No. Folarin stood too. But I know you are hurting. And I do not want to become the medicine you swallow because another man made you feel broken. Her eyes filled again. That is not what this is. Then tomorrow, when you are calm, tell me the same thing. She turned away. Folarin's voice softened. Temi. She did not look at him. I want you. Her breath caught. I have wanted you for months. He moved closer but did not touch her. But I want you when you are choosing me, not when you are fighting his voice in your head. Temilade covered her face. Folarin gently lowered her hands. Do not be ashamed. I kissed you, and you pushed me away. I stopped us.
That is worse.
No.
He smiled.
It was harder.
Despite everything, she laughed through her tears. Folarin touched her cheek. You do not owe me anything because I waited. You do not have to give me something tonight, so I will stay tomorrow. Temilade could barely speak. Why are you like this? Folarin smiled sadly. Because I told you. I do not want love to look like fear. That night, he left after making sure she was calm. Temilade sat alone, replaying his restraint and honesty, and the fact that he had protected her from a moment she might later misunderstand.
The next morning, she woke before sunrise. For the first time, she thought not about Kunle's warning, but about Folarin's words. "You do not have to give me something tonight, so I will stay tomorrow." At 8, she walked to the house next door. Folarin opened the gate and stared at her. "Good morning." "Good morning." Temilade took a breath. "I am sorry." "For what?"
For yesterday.
"You have nothing to apologize for."
I was confused.
She raised a finger. "Do not say you know." Folarin smiled. "Sorry." Temilade looked at him. "I still meant one thing. I like you." His smile softened. "And I want to try." "Try what?" "Us." For once, he had no joke. Temilade became nervous. "Say something." "I am trying not to shout." She laughed. Folarin stepped closer. "Are you sure?" "No." He blinked. "But maybe certainty is not where people begin." Folarin looked at her for a long moment. "Maybe trust comes because somebody keeps showing up," she said. His eyes changed. "So, no promises, no pressure." "No pressure." "And if I get scared?" "You tell me." "If you get tired?" "I tell you." She nodded. Folarin held out his hand. Temilade looked at it. "What is this?" "A very serious Nigerian contract." She laughed. "No lawyer?" "Mama Sade can witness." Temilade placed her hand in his. Folarin closed his fingers around hers.
They still did not say the word relationship. But when they walked to Mama Sade's stand that evening, holding hands, the older woman smiled. "Ah, so finally." Temilade frowned. "Finally what?" Mama Sade handed Folarin a bottle of Zobo. "Nothing." Folarin looked at Temilade. Temilade looked at him. For the first time, the uncertainty between them did not feel like danger, but like something worth risking. A few days later, they finally said it plainly. No dramatic speech, no crowd, no ceremony. Sitting on the low wall between their compounds with a shared bag of roasted groundnuts, Folarin asked whether he could call her his girlfriend without being attacked again. Temilade rolled her eyes, made him ask properly, and then said yes. From that evening, whatever uncertainty remained, they both knew they were choosing a real relationship and not merely drifting toward one. The months that followed were not perfect, and Temilade was grateful for that.
Perfect love had always sounded suspicious anyway. She and Folarin argued about small things. He hated when she skipped meals. She hated when he answered serious questions with jokes. Yet they kept returning to the same table. That was new for Temilade. One evening, nearly 11 months after the morning she had stood at Folarin's gate and told him she wanted to try, they sat in a small restaurant in Yaba. A bowl of pepper soup stood between them. Folarin had barely touched his food. Temilade noticed. "You have been quiet for 20 minutes." "I have not." "You have." "I am eating." "You have moved one piece of meat around that bowl since we sat down." Folarin sighed. Temilade narrowed her eyes. "What happened?" "Nothing happened." "Folarin." He looked at her. The smile he gave was weak. "I got an offer." "What kind of offer?" "A project." "That is good." "In Port Harcourt." Temilade's hand stopped. "For how long?" "Maybe a year, maybe longer."
The noise of the restaurant seemed to move farther away. She looked down at the table. When did you find out?
3 days ago. And you are telling me now? I was trying to decide. Decide what? Whether to take it.
Temilade leaned back. Folarin continued. It is a big project, Temi. Bigger than anything my firm has handled before. So you want to go? I did not say that. You did not have to. He reached for her hand. She moved it away. Folarin's face tightened. Please do not do that. Do what? Punish me before I have even finished talking. Temilade looked toward the window. Cars crawled through traffic outside. I know what comes next. No, you do not. You will say it is a good opportunity. You will say distance will be hard. Then slowly calls will become messages. Messages will become silence and stop. She looked at him. Folarin's voice was calm, but his jaw had tightened. I am not Kunle. I did not say you were. You did not have to. Temilade looked away.
The silence between them grew heavy. I have spent almost a year showing you I am here because I choose to be, Folarin said. But sometimes I feel like I am standing outside a door you open only when you are not afraid. Her eyes filled. That is not fair. I know. Then why say it? Because pretending I never get tired is not fair either. Temilade stared at him. There it was, the sentence she had always feared. Tired. Folarin saw the change in her face. Temi. She stood. I should go. Sit down. I said I should go. He stood too. Please do not turn one honest sentence into proof that I am abandoning you. I did not say anything. That is the problem. Temilade picked up her bag. Good night, Folarin. She left before he could stop her. For 2 days, Temilade buried herself in work and barely answered Folarin. Basola noticed. What happened? Folarin may move to Port Harcourt. He said he gets tired. Gets tired is not the same as leaving. Temilade looked away.
Basola sighed. You keep one foot inside this relationship and one near the emergency exit. You are so afraid of being left that sometimes you leave first. The sentence stayed with her. That evening, Folarin came to her gate. She stood on the other side, fingers gripping the metal. Can we talk? Temilade opened it. They walked to the small bench near Mama Sade's stand. Mama Sade took one look at their faces and quietly moved farther away. Folarin sat first. I accepted the project. Temilade's stomach dropped. Oh. I leave in 2 weeks. Oh. He looked at her. That is all? What do you want me to say? The truth. She laughed bitterly. You always want the truth when it is painful. Yes. Temilade looked at him. I am angry. Okay. I am scared. Okay. And part of me wants to tell you not to go. Folarin's eyes softened. But I will not. He waited. You worked for this. I know how much it means to you. Temi, no. She took a breath. If I ask you to stay because I am afraid, one day I may hate myself for it.
Folarin looked away. I would stay if you asked.
I know.
That was the worst part. Her voice broke.
I know you would.
Folarin reached for her hand. This time, she let him hold it.
I do not know how to do distance,
she whispered. Neither do I. What if it ruins us?
What if fear ruins us first? Temilade closed her eyes. For 2 weeks, every ordinary moment felt temporary. The last evening before Folarin left, they sat outside their houses.
I hate this,
Temilade said. So do I.
Will you come back?
Yes.
What if the project keeps you longer?
I will still come back.
What if you meet someone?
Folarin sighed. Temi.
I know.
He took her hand. I am not asking you to wait in a prison. If this becomes too much, tell me.
You think I want an exit?
I think we both deserve a choice. For a long moment, they sat in silence. Then Folarin said, Maybe we should take some space.
Temilade's head lifted sharply. What? Not because I do not love you. Her breath caught. It was the first time he had said it so plainly. Folarin continued, But because I do not want my waiting to become another pressure in your life. Temilade stared. I never asked you to wait. I know. So what are you saying? I am saying maybe I should go and let you breathe whether you owe me an answer. Her eyes filled with tears. You are ending this? No, Folarin said. I am not ending us. I am saying that while I am away, we may need distance from this constant fear and pressure. I do not want every call to feel like a test or every silence to feel like a punishment. Temilade shook her head. You always do this. Do what? Act noble when you are hurting me. Folarin went still. She wiped her face angrily. If you want to go, go. Temi. No. She walked to her gate. Folarin did not follow.
The next morning, she watched his car leave through a gap in her curtain. She did not go outside. For 3 weeks, they barely spoke. They had not ended the relationship, but they had fallen into the emotional distance Folarin had warned about. When he stopped calling every day, Temilade became angry at him for respecting the space she herself had helped create. One Saturday, Mama Sade handed her Zobo. My daughter, pride is expensive food. Do not eat too much of it. Did Bisola send you? Mama Sade laughed. I have eyes. That evening, Temilade finally called Folarin. He answered on the 3rd ring. Hello? Her throat tightened. Hi. Temi. The way he said her name almost broke her. How is Port Harcourt? Wet. She laughed softly. Lagos is also wet. Silence. Then Folarin asked, Are you okay? No. He breathed out. Me neither. Temilade covered her eyes. I miss you. Folarin did not answer immediately. I miss you too. Then why did you stop calling?
Because you did not answer. You could have tried again. I wanted to respect what you were showing me. I was angry. I know. Stop knowing everything.
A small laugh came through the phone. For the next 2 months, they tried distance. Calls before work, video calls at night, messages during traffic. Sometimes it was easy, sometimes terrible. One night, Folarin missed 2 calls. By morning, Temilade's old fear had returned, and she hated how quickly it came back. Later that week, she saw a picture on social media. Folarin stood beside a beautiful woman in a hard hat. They were smiling. The caption mentioned a project milestone. Temilade stared at the picture for too long. Hunlei's voice returned from memory. Men are men. Just do not act shocked. Her fingers hovered over Folarin's number. She almost called to accuse him. Instead, she put the phone down. For 10 minutes, she sat with the discomfort. Then she picked it up again. Folarin answered. Temi?
Who is the woman in the picture?
There was silence. Then he said,
Which picture? The one from the site. Ah, Nkiru.
Temilade waited.
She is the structural engineer on the project. Okay.
Another pause.
That is all?
Yes. Folarin sounded almost amused.
You called to ask me?
Yes.
Directly? Do not make it a big thing. It is a big thing. Folarin, I am proud of you.
Temilade became annoyed.
I am not a child. I know.
She took a breath.
I was afraid.
I know.
And I nearly created a whole story in my head. But you called. Yes.
Folarin's voice softened.
Thank you.
That night, Temilade cried after the call. Not because she thought he was cheating, because she had finally understood that trust was not the absence of fear. It was what she chose to do when fear arrived. A week later, Bisola burst into Temilade's flat.
Where's something nice?
Why?
We are going out.
Where?
Family thing. Whose family?
Bisola avoided her eyes.
Temilade became suspicious.
Bisola, Folarin's aunt is celebrating her birthday.
Temilade frowned.
Folarin is in Port Harcourt. His family is not.
I am not going.
Yes, you are.
2 hours later, Temilade stood in a crowded family compound in Surulere. Then someone shouted,
Folarin! Her heart stopped. He stepped through the gate and saw her.
Temilade turned to Bisola.
You knew.
Bisola smiled.
I knew.
Folarin walked toward her.
You came. So did you. My aunt threatened me. Bisola kidnapped me.
They both laughed. Then silence.
Folarin looked different. Not in his face, in the distance that had settled between them. Can we talk? Temilade asked. They stepped outside. The evening air was warm. For a moment, neither spoke. Then Temilade said, I do not want to be free from you. Folarin stared. She continued before fear stopped her. I thought I needed certainty before I could choose you. Her hands trembled. But I have never been certain about anything important.
Temi, no, let me finish.
Folarin nodded. You waited while I healed. You stayed when I pushed you away. Then when staying started hurting both of us, you tried to let me go without blaming me. Her eyes filled. I hated you for that.
Folarin smiled faintly. I noticed. Temilade laughed through tears.
I love you.
The smile disappeared. Folarin stared at her. Temilade's heart hammered.
I love you, Folarin.
He stepped closer. Say it again.
No. Temi. I said it twice. I have waited almost a year.
She laughed.
You are greedy.
I am. Temilade touched his face.
I love you.
Folarin closed his eyes. Then he pulled her into his arms. Temilade held him tightly. For the first time, she was not thinking about how love might end. She was thinking about how it felt to finally choose it. When they returned holding hands, Bisola screamed and Mama Sade raised her zobo.
Finally!
Later, Temilade asked,
So what now? I go back to Port Harcourt tomorrow.
Her face fell.
Folarin laughed. But I come back.
And this time? This time, I am not waiting outside any door.
Temilade placed her hand in his.
No, this time, we walk through together.
Folarin kissed her forehead. Somewhere behind them, music started again. The family shouted for them to come and dance. Temilade stood and pulled Folarin with her. For once, she did not care who was watching. She had spent too long treating happiness like something that could be stolen if she held it too openly. Now she understood. Love was not made safe by hiding from it. Sometimes, safety was simply knowing that when fear spoke, you did not have to obey. Folarin kept his promise. 3 weeks after the family celebration, he returned to Lagos for good. The Port Harcourt project was still running, but the most difficult stage was over. He would still travel when needed, but Lagos was home again. More importantly, Temilade was home.
Their relationship did not suddenly become easy because she had said she loved him. There were still moments when old fear returned. There were evenings when Folarin became too quiet, and Temilade immediately wondered what had changed. There were times when he worked too much, forgot to call, and found 3 messages waiting for him. But now she asked, he answered, and they learned that trust was not a wall built once and left alone. It was something they chose again. One Saturday, Temilade woke to knocking on her gate. She opened it and found Folarin holding a plastic bag. What do you want? Good morning to you too. It is 7:30. And? It is Saturday. Excellent observation. She folded her arms. Folarin lifted it. Akara and bread. Temilade moved aside immediately. You may enter. He laughed. So food is the password? Do not abuse your knowledge. They ate in the sitting room while a morning program played on television. Folarin tore a piece of bread.
My aunt asked about you. Which aunt? The one whose birthday saved our relationship, Temilade smiled. She wants to know when we are coming to visit. Why? Because she says you are now family. Temilade looked down at her plate. The word still affected her. Family. For years, love had sounded to her like a question. With Folarin, it had started to sound like a place. Months passed. On their first official anniversary, Folarin took her to the same roadside buka where they had once hidden from the rain. You brought me here after all your architectural money? This place helped you fall in love with me. I was hungry. Exactly. Hunger opened the door. I entered. She laughed. Afterward, they stopped at Mama Sade's stand. The older woman gave them puff puff and a bottle of zobo. I watched this story from the beginning, she said. Folarin lifted one puff puff. I only remember one innocent evening when a beautiful woman. Temilade covered his mouth.
Finish that sentence, and this one will also enter your eye. Mama Sade laughed. It became their private joke. Whenever they argued, Folarin asked whether he should buy Puff Puff for protection. Whenever he became too confident, Temilade reminded him there was always Zobo. But underneath the jokes, something deeper was growing. Neither hurried it. 2 years after the night she had thrown Puff Puff at a stranger, Folarin received a call from Arenike. He stepped outside to answer. Is everything ready? His sister sighed. You have asked me this 6 times. I am checking. The chairs are there, the lights are there. Mama Sade has been warned not to tell Temilade.
Folarin frowned. That is the part I am worried about. Morenike laughed. Your future wife is not stupid. I know. She may suspect. She suspects everything. Then pray. Folarin looked toward Temilade's house. I have been doing that for years. That evening, he told Temilade they were going to dinner.
She came out wearing a simple blue dress. Folarin stared. Temilade stopped. What? Nothing. You are doing that thing. What thing? Looking at me as if you forgot English. I did, she smiled. Where are we going? Nearby. He did not take the car. Temilade became suspicious. Dinner is nearby? Yes. You are lying. I am not. You are smiling too much. I always smile. Not like this. When they reached the old street, she saw small lights hanging between the compounds. Chairs had been arranged in the open space. People stood waiting. Bisola, Morenike, members of Folarin's family. Temilade's mother and father, who had traveled from Abeokuta that afternoon. Mama Sade stood beside her table, smiling widely. Temilade stopped. Folarin? He turned. What did you do? Nothing yet. Her eyes filled immediately. No, he smiled. You do not even know the question. I know you. That is dangerous. Folarin led her forward. On a small table sat a paper bag of puff-puff and a bottle of zobo. The crowd laughed when Temilade saw them. She covered her face. You are not serious. Folarin picked up the bottle. The first time you met me, you were holding this. I remember. You were angry. I also remember. You had just discovered that someone you trusted had lied to you. Temilade's smile faded into emotion. And still, somehow, that terrible night became the best accident of my life. Temilade began to cry. Folarin looked at the bottle. Last time, you nearly used this as a weapon. The crowd laughed. I can still change my mind. Please wait until I finish. He placed the bottle down. Then he went on one knee. Temilade covered her mouth. The street erupted in cheers. Folarin opened a small ring box. For a moment, the joking disappeared from his face. Temilade Adebayo, I cannot promise that every day with me will be easy. Her tears fell faster.
I cannot promise there will be no fear, arguments, or hard seasons. His voice shook. But I promise I will tell you the truth. I will listen when you are afraid. I will not ask you to become smaller so I can feel bigger. Temilade was openly sobbing now. And whenever life becomes heavy, I will remind you that you do not have to carry everything alone. Her father wiped his eyes. Folarin continued. You once asked why I kept showing up. Temilade nodded. This is why. He lifted the ring. I want to keep showing up for the rest of my life. The street went quiet. Will you marry me? Temilade laughed through tears. Yes. Folarin blinked. Wait. She stared at him. What? You answered too fast. The crowd shouted. Temilade hit his shoulder. Stand up before I change it. Folarin jumped to his feet. Yes? Yes! He placed the ring on her finger. Then Temilade pulled him into her arms. The cheers exploded. Mama Sade began dancing. Bisola screamed louder than everyone else.
Morenike shouted,
Finally!
Folarin whispered near Temilade's ear.
You did not throw anything at me. Do not tempt me." He laughed and held her tighter. The wedding preparations took 6 months and required more courage than Lagos traffic. In the end, they held a joyful traditional ceremony in Abeokuta. Temilade wore rich fabric with carefully tied gele. Folarin arrived with his family in Agbada, smiling like a man who had forgotten how to be serious. There was music, dancing, and laughter. Her father welcomed Folarin into the family. Her mother cried before the prayers began. Bisola danced until her shoes disappeared. Across the crowd, Folarin mouthed, "Are you sure?" Temilade narrowed her eyes. Too late. The church wedding came later. When Temilade walked down the aisle, Folarin cried. "At least pretend," she whispered at the altar. "I will deny everything."
They exchanged real promises to stay honest, to speak before silence became distance, and to remember that love was not proved by suffering. After the wedding, they rented a comfortable home in Lagos. Temilade kept her career. Folarin's firm continued to grow. They were often busy, but they kept small rituals: Saturday breakfast, evening walks, and phone-free dinners whenever possible. When one traveled, the other always knew when the plane landed, not because of control, because care had become ordinary. Years later, when Temilade thought about Kunle, she felt no anger. Healing had not made her forget. She simply no longer lived inside the memory. One evening, she and Folarin sat outside their home. Their young daughter slept inside. The street was quiet. Folarin held a cup of tea. Temilade leaned against his shoulder. "Do you ever think about that first night?" "All the time." "You are not normal." "I was attacked." "You survived." "Barely." Temilade looked at him. "Honestly."
Folarin became serious.
"Yes."
"Do you ever think maybe everything could have been different?" "Of course. What if I had not seen you?" "You would still have found me." She raised an eyebrow. "That is arrogant." "It is faith." Temilade smiled. Folarin looked at her. "What about you?" She thought for a moment. "Yes." "And?" "I used to think that night was the worst thing that had happened to me." Folarin listened. "I lost someone I trusted. I embarrassed myself. I thought my whole life was moving backwards." She smiled. "But maybe not every loss is a punishment." Folarin took her hand. "Some doors have to close loudly because we keep trying to reopen them." He nodded. "That sounds like Mama Sade." "She probably said it." They laughed. Inside the house, their daughter cried. Folarin stood. "Your turn." Temilade stared at him. "You heard her first." "That is not how parenting works." "That is exactly how it works." Folarin sighed dramatically and went inside.
Temilade watched him disappear through the door. Life had not become perfect. There had been money worries, family misunderstandings, exhaustion, and arguments over small things that felt enormous at midnight. But Folarin stayed. So did she. Temilade finally understood that love was not finding a person who could never disappoint you. It was finding someone with whom truth was safer than pretending. Someone who did not punish your weakness or use tiredness as a threat. Someone who could leave for work and still return with the same heart. Temilade had once believed that trusting again would mean becoming the same naive woman she had been before. She had been wrong. Trusting Folarin did not erase what she had learned. It used what she had learned. She no longer ignored warning signs. She no longer confused silence with peace. She asked questions.
She listened to answers. She watched actions. And over time, she discovered that not every man who said, "I am here," was preparing to leave.
Some people stayed. Some people showed up. Some people waited without turning patience into debt. And sometimes, the person who changed your life did not arrive gently. Sometimes, he was simply standing beside a car, minding his business, when you threw puff puff at his head. A few days later, Temilade and Folarin visited Mama Sade. The older woman was now selling from a brighter kiosk Folarin had helped her redesign. Mama Sade saw them coming and smiled. "My favorite troublemakers." Folarin pointed at Temilade. "She is the troublemaker." Temilade pointed at him. "He enjoyed it." Mama Sade handed their daughter a small piece of puff puff. The child laughed. Temilade looked at Folarin. He smiled. There it was again, that same smile from the first night. Only now, it no longer annoyed her. Now, it felt like home. Temilade rested her head briefly against his shoulder. Years ago, she had thought betrayal meant she had failed at love. She knew better now.
Being deceived had not made her foolish. Being afraid had not made her weak. Taking time had not made her difficult to love. The right person had not demanded that she forget her wounds. He had simply refused to become another one. And in the end, the worst night of her life had not destroyed her story. It had redirected it toward a noisy street in Lagos, toward a man with a stained shirt and an unexpected smile, toward laughter after heartbreak, toward trust after fear, toward a love that did not ask her to close her eyes, only to open her heart. And for Temilade Adeyemi, that was how a mistake became a beginning. Not because destiny erased the pain, but because sometimes when life takes away the wrong person, it also clears the road for the right one to finally be seen.